First Tower, Red Houses and Millbrook. Loving where we live.
This is BBC Radio Jersey.
Welcome to your 4 o'clock news with the BBC. Jack here. Top stories today. South Korea seeks arrest of Seoul ferry captain. Prosecutors in South Korea have asked a court to issue an arrest warrant for the captain of the ferry that sank on Wednesday, officials say. It was earlier revealed that a junior officer, and not the captain, was at the helm of the ferry when it capsized. Efforts to find the 268 people still missing have been hampered by low visibility and strong currents. 28 people are now known to have died in the disaster, with 179 people rescued. Coast Guard officials said on Friday 2 divers managed to enter the cargo bay of the vessel but could not identify or rescue anyone due to the items obstructing the way. Next story, Brighton teenager Abdullah Dekhayas killed in Syria. An 18-year-old British man killed in Syria died in battle, his father says. Sussex police said they received information on Monday that Abdullah Dekhayas from Brighton has been killed in recent weeks. His father, Abubakar Dekhayas, says his son has gone to Syria to fight against the dictator and was not a terrorist. Abdullah was the nephew of Omar Dekhayas, who was held by the US and the Guantanamo Bay camp between 2002 and 2007 following his arrest in Pakistan. At his home in Brighton, Abubakar Dekhayas said he heard of his son's death through Facebook. One dead as boat capsizes at Bideford Bar, Devon. One person has died and another is in hospital after a boat capsized in a river estuary in North Devon, police said. It is understood the boat overturned at Bideford Bar, 2 miles offshore. An Appledore lifeboat was launched and brought the boat ashore. Both police and ambulance crews remained at the scene. A Devon and Cornwall police spokesman said the deceased next of kin were yet to be informed. The condition of the injured person is not yet known. A spokesman for the Appledore inshore lifeboats said 4 RNLI volunteers were called out to the scene and the crew would have been there in a matter of minutes. Moving over now to the sport. Mo Farah finishes 8th in London Marathon debut. British double Olympic champion Mo Farah finished 8th on his marathon debut at world record holder Wilson Kipsang won his second title in London. Farah, 31, failed to break Steve Jones' 29-year-old British record of 2:07.13 and finished in 2:08.21. This is what he had to say after the marathon.
It was pretty tough. No experience of this, but quite disappointed today. But you try things, and if it don't work, at least you give it a go.
You had a few problems with the drink station. Did that have any factor in it?
I missed one, and then not really. It was just the pace. I think I went with the front group because it was wasn't too far, but at the same time I think it would have been nice to just sit in the group.
Because there's a long period in the race where you were really almost in no man's land, weren't you, with nobody to pace you?
Yeah, no one, and then the pacemakers was slightly a bit ahead, but you learn. Life goes on.
And in terms of, you've got to consider this, where do you think you would want to do another marathon again the way you feel now?
Yeah, definitely, without disappointed, yeah.
Our next top story for sport. Greatest swimmer in history, Michael Phelps, to return. Michael Phelps, the most successful Olympian of all time, is coming out of retirement. The 20-year-old swimmer has won a staggering 22 Olympic medals, 18 of those are gold, and retired after the 2012 London Olympics. He'll compete at a competition in America at the end of April. Coach Bob Bowman said it doesn't mean Phelps will compete at the 2016 Olympics, though. He's just going to test the waters a little bit and see how it goes. Now moving along to Jacqueline Wilson as she writes her 100th book. She's the author who inspired CBBC's Tracy Beaker and The Dumping Ground, and later this year Jacqueline Wilson will release her 100th book. It's called Opal Plumstead and tells the story of a spirited Edwardian girl who is forced to leave school at 14 to work in a sweet factory. The book is set within the backdrop of First World War and also features the Snuffgret movement, a group of women who campaigned for equal rights as men during the 1800s and 1900s. Tomorrow, an exhibition opens at the V&A Museum of Childhood in London to celebrate the former Charles Lorette. Now going to animal news. The Cumbria car vandal, that's a dog. Police in Cumbria have solved the case of the mysterious car vandal. After installing CCTV, they found the culprit was a dog called Jess, who they spotted chewing the tyres with her teeth. The border collie was apparently run over by a car about 18 months ago, which her owner says explains her behaviour. She promised to keep her on a lead in future so she can't cause any more damage. And finally, in entertainment, Kylie Minogue has quit The Voice, but who should replace her? The 45-year-old joined the BBC talent show last year, replacing Jessie J, and was credited with boosting viewing figures for the first few episodes. She said touring commitments meant she would be unable to come back for a second series. Due to timing of my tour, I won't be back for next season for The Voice UK, thanks to all who supported, she wrote on social media. So we asked all of you guys who should replace Kylie next season. So, Caleb from Bristol put Rita Ora because she is young and knows what she's doing. From Olivia, I think Jade from Little Mix should be next. And Charlotte in Suffolk, England put, I think that Bridget Medler should be the new judge because she's a really good singer. That's all of your BBC Radio Jersey news from the BBC. Next at 5.
This is Jack FM, broadcasting live on Spreaker.com.